Today, I'm delighted to introduce and talk with Millie Bell, President of Skin Health Solutions in Pennsylvania. Her company manufactures a full line of Derm HA hyaluronic acid skincare products, which are formulated for very sensitive and problem skin. At her clinic, she offers a variety of skincare treatments and educates licensed estheticians in the treatment of sensitive and problem skin. And this is for all ethnic groups and all ages. As a pioneer in the skincare industry, Millie has worked in many facets of the industry. She is a licensed esthetician, professional makeup artist, micropigmentation, and microneedling specialist. Millie brings a wealth of knowledge and experience that can help women and men achieve and maintain healthy and vibrant skin. Welcome to Beautify.com's podcast.
Thank you, and this is such a pleasure, Yvette. I've admired you and the work of your company for years.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. And I meant it when I said you are a trailblazer. But so let's start there. Let's learn a little bit about you and how you got started in this business over 30 years ago when I'm sure there weren't that many women of color in the skincare industry. Can you share with our audience how you became interested in this field and how you got started?
Yes, I started out in the beauty industry as a sales clerk in a cosmetic counter. I, you know, like most young girls then, I wanted to look better and learn how to look better. And I thought that the best way to do that would be to work with cosmetics and learn more about them. So that's sort of how I started. And then um, I would, one of the things I love to do was try products and makeup on my clients. And I had lines sometimes waiting for me to put makeup on them. So I thought maybe this is something I'd rather do instead of just, selling. I didn't like to sell. I'd rather make people look good. So I sought out uh, a gentleman in the area. He had a salon. It was like a cutting edge salon, more like a spa with a fountain inside. This is back in 1980s. And he had like 20 some employees. He also had one nail tech and he needed somebody to do skincare. So we sort of made a deal. He was a professional makeup artist. He worked on Al Pacino. He worked with different plays when they came into the area. And he said he'd take me under his wing if I would come and work there. So I did, and I learned skincare basically from the company that he used there for skin products. So I wasn't licensed. There was no licensing for estheticians at that time. I learned there, and I sort of practiced on people. And I again, I loved it. So uh, just a short while later, I decided to go out on my own and just do
Mm,
my freelance business. So I started
mhm.
doing that, and I would work on clients from usually in they called them industrial films, where companies would make films to send out all over to their salespeople to show them about new products or new medicine. This is mostly in the medical field, pharmaceutical industry. So I would work on clients that had problem skin. They had great voices, but this one
Wow.
one in particular had rosacea, a really bad case of rosacea,
Hmm.
and he was flaky and very pale. So he sort of made my makeup look horrible every time I did him. I would cringe. And I had some models who were very beautiful, but they would starve themselves and then break out,
Wow.
and so I started trying to find things that I could use on or suggest to them to use before they came in to, for the shoot. And, surprisingly, some of the things worked. So that
Wow.
made me feel extra special, like I solved a problem. So I
So, so
sort of
Millie,
thought,
so Millie, let me interrupt just a minute. So you
"Mhm.
made up your own skincare products? You went home and mixed up some products?
Well, I did some things, yeah, at home, and just things that I had heard about, read about, like egg whites, to tighten and firm the skin, oatmeal masks, baking soda. You can use that in a variety of ways and mixing that with different things to help draw things out of the skin. So, yeah, I did sort of, but I sort of experimented with it, and then I would tell them what to do, to
I
get it
see.
and at their
Uh-huh.
homes. So, it was kind of exciting. I thought, well, I'd rather work on people to make them look great without makeup. So
So that was your kind of your start, and then you expanded and found a manufacturer to do your products? As I understand, these are all your products. Is
yes,
that correct? Uh-huh.
yeah, no, I didn't find a manufacturer. We manufacture in-house right here
Mm.
ourselves, and we start from scratch. Each product is formulated differently. Um, so it's not like one big vat of something. You mix different ingredients in and you get different products. Now, we
Oh,
start from scratch with all of our products. And we had a PhD chemist who worked with us. Actually, I was blessed to have an angel investor who I had worked for at a radio station, radio and cable station back in the 80s. And he was a philanthropist. So I would go to him for money for our Coatesville Cultural Society, which we had wanted to build a playhouse and a restaurant inside the playhouse in Coatesville. And Coatesville is an old steel town, so a lot of the steel towns are almost ghost towns, as far as
mm.
businesses in there and a lot of projects. So we thought that would help bring some flavor back to the city. And he would give us money. And we did, we built the, we built the playhouse.
So the philanthropic effort you did to fundraise to get some money for this playhouse led to him investing in developing your skincare line?
Yes, yes. One day I went to him, and I usually went with another fella, but I went one time and he was like, "What are you doing now? How are you doing?" And I told him that I was working at this time. I was working with a physician. I was his office manager, and I also did skincare at night. And I just wanted to do skincare. So he said, "Well, it sounds like you need your own business. Come back with a plan." And that knocked me that knocked the socks off of me because I'm like, I didn't even ask. But in my head, I had been envisioning what I wanted and how I wanted things to look. And, I stumbled a lot in the beginning. And I even told him you know, I didn't know how to do it. So take your money back. But he sort of set me down and said, look, you know, get your points together and let's go. So we did it. And I had my daughter as a partner. My daughter had worked in another company for several years, and she would work with chemists and things like that too. So she had an idea, and she loved that. She had an idea about how skincare products were formulated. And my older daughter, she came on a little later on. We found a place and we got started.
So it's a family business. That's great. So your Derm HA products, why are they different and unique since
Well,
there's so many?
yes. Actually, when I was trying to get my business plan together, I went to SCORE. I went to different places to try to get some advice, and they told me it's a bad idea because, the country's saturated with skincare products. So, I since I worked in the doctor's office and I'd seen things, he was a plastic surgeon, and the skin, uh, you know, the healing of the skin was very important in surgery as well as in dermatology. So he would send his patients to me to help in the healing process. The surgery was easy, but the healing was, you have to hold hands with people and, they look worse before they look better and
Mm.
calm their skin. And so sensitive and problem skin was my specialty. That's what I really wanted to focus on. Hyaluronic acid was one of the things that I found that was great for sensitive skin. One of the reasons is it allows your skin to breathe, but it hydrates the skin.
Mm.
Moisture is the most important thing we need besides sunblock on our skin. Like for aging, sunblock, of course, is important, but moisture is the most important thing we need in our skin. And traditionally, a lot of times they used emollient products, emollients and waxes and things like that to hold moisture in your skin so you wouldn't lose moisture. But hyaluronic allowed you to put moisture on the surface of your skin And, depending on your formulation, it held it there. That's what I found was the golden ticket. Now, back then, people thought that hyaluronic acid was like an exfoliating acid, like glycolic or lactic or one of those irritants. Um,
Hmm.
and they didn't really think hyaluronic was good for their skin, used daily. But it's been we have it in every single product. We have high
Oh,
concentrations in all of our moisturizers.
sure.
Even in our lip balm, we have hyaluronic acid. So everything is very healing, soothing, calming, hydrating. We have a lot of other ingredients as far as antioxidants, botanicals, nutrients. We have arnica in some products. So it's all aimed at helping to calm and soothe the skin and help it to heal. We also have exfoliants, but they're buffered with the hyaluronic, so they're not irritating or harsh. We have 18 products in all.
Wow, that's interesting because I was always thought that hyaluronic acid wasn't good for sensitive skin because it was an irritant. Now I have an education that it's not. So,
No, yeah.
uh-huh.
It's one of the best things for your skin. Again, depending on the formulation, hyaluronic acid by itself evaporates. If you
Oh,
just put straight hyaluronic on your skin, it can evaporate. But you need a formulation, sort of a sophisticated formulation that can hold it on, but still allow that skin to breathe.
well,
Yeah.
that's fascinating. Thank you for that education. Now, your products are manufactured in the United States and right there in Pennsylvania. Can you explain to me why that's important and as I understand, very unique?
Yes, well, it's very important now, especially with what's going on overseas, and having our products here allows us to control what goes in there and the quality of what goes in there. We were going to, have a private label company produce it for us at one time, and we found that they kept suggesting that we use different ingredients because it's less expensive. And I know that's an issue with when people want to scale. They want to like keep that money, keep the cost of the product down. But in order to keep the integrity of the product, we found that you need certain ingredients to be of a certain quality. I mean, our products are used on cancer survivors, on children, with people with skin diseases, disorders. We've done events at hospitals for kids with cancer and given out bags to them in DC and in different places. So, the integrity of our products is very, very important to us. And so far, I haven't really found anybody that can't use the products and benefit from it. It's great for normal skin too. It's not
Wow.
just for problem skin. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, can you tell our audience, because I'm going to run out and try to get some, how they can get a hold of you and your products, Millie?
Sure. We have a website, www.dermha.com.
And they
And
can order your products online, correct?
they can order our products online. They can contact us. They have any questions about their skin or what they need, or what if they want a consultation.
Oh, that's fascinating. Thank you so much. And it's been a pleasure speaking with you, and congratulations on having your two beautiful daughters continuing your legacy. Thank you, Millie.
Thank you very much, Yvette. And they are two estheticians. So,
Oh, well, yeah, keeping the tradition going.
right,
Thank you.
right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.